Hello everyone, from Tony the Scar Ghost. I'm here with Marek of VRgineers.
Hey.
The company that is trying to do the XTAL, the high quality, high resolution virtual reality headset. And I'm very excited to be here and interview him about this great headset. So let's start with some cool questions. So Marek, present yourself to my readers, what you do, what's your company, and so on.
Okay, so I'm Marek. We are now here in Prague in our offices, in our development headquarters, and I am co-founder of VRgineers, a company which decided to go after building the most precise, most immersive headset, which focuses on industrial use cases, on professional users.
And why the name XTAL and why the name VRgineers?
VRgineers is just a shortcut for virtual reality engineers, because we all here are engineers or the masters of science, PhDs, and so on. And XTAL is again it means crystal. And we always heard that our headset has crystal clear view image, so we decided to go with that.
So describe with your words briefly what is this crystal headset.
So the headset has 180 degrees field of view. It has 2.5K resolution per each eye. It connects via DisplayPort, USB, and power, and it works out of the box with many applications as well as with Steam VR.
What gave you the idea to start doing such kind of super cool headset? So why have you started this adventure?
I started because actually I tested as everyone, like the first generation of Oculus and then the second and so on, and I was expecting like better visual quality, and that's
me too.
That's what turned me down. And when I saw that it's not improving, and I really needed such headset because we started here in Prague like a virtual tour. So we were selling tickets, so you put on the headset and you were flying like above the Prague, and a lot of people don't like it as well as I, because of the low quality of the headset. So at the end we decided to develop our own, and we found out that real need for such headset is in enterprises, in businesses.
And what kind of enterprises usually are your customers?
Like mainly transportation, automotive, aerospace, public transportation, and so on. They are using headsets to design cars. They are skilled in using immersive technologies, different kinds, mostly based on data projectors, and they are switching, I would say, into virtual reality because it's much faster to evaluate, it's much faster to iterate, and therefore they are rolling it out. I've
had the tour with your headquarters, and so lots of people working on different aspects of the headset. So do you confirm that you're working on all the parts of this headset?
No, like in here we have development of construction, PCB boards, like electronics, as well as the software and drivers and firmware, and then we also develop and manufacture our own lenses, but these are done by our joint venture company, which focuses strictly on the lenses development, and they are not sitting here with us.
And since you're trying to do something so innovative, being a startup, you're working on all the aspects, most of aspects of the headset you're producing. What are the difficulties of doing such an innovative project?
The problem is that when you are trying to do something new, it's state of the art, and therefore you have to find new ways how to basically do that. So typical scenario is that you use two high resolution, high quality displays, and then you find out, okay, I'm not able to use any cable to push the data through. But these are the challenges. Or for example, when you do, we have our own lenses, we design our own warping, like distortion correction algorithms, and these are sophisticated algorithms. And again, when you do your own lenses, it's state of the art work. You are not able to look at the internet and find basically the formula that will suit you.
No, I can't imagine how difficult it is. Why it seems that only startups are innovating PC VR? Because I'm seeing HTC, Oculus, Sony, they're mostly doing and not creating headset with big fields of view with super high resolution. Why are you, Varjo, there is Pimax? Why little startups are trying to do this innovation while the big bosses are going very slowly? Why, in your opinion?
I would say that the big brands are focused on retail market. So they have to sell literally minimum hundreds of thousands of units, or better, millions of units. And of course that means a completely different processes of everything, development, design, and so on. And startups like us see the opportunity in niches, in special segments, I would say. For us, it's automotive, aerospace, simulations, learning how to fly, and so on. And here you will most likely have only tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of customers, which is at the end too small market to enter.
Okay.
For big brands.
I know that on the web, every time that there is a headset that is more expensive than a Rift, everyone says, it's damn expensive, why, I'm not interested, and so on. But how do you answer to this kind of people? Why an enterprise headset is so expensive?
It's because at the end it's because of the size of the market. Like if you have big demand, you can scale up and make the technology very affordable. But we are not at that stage yet. So therefore, the price of the headset, because we are using components that are not that mass produced, that are the state of the art, they are much more expensive. And when you assemble it and build it again in smaller amounts, it gets even more expensive because you don't have assembly line producing 1,000 every hour. But in the future, with growing market, we expect that the price will go down for sure.
Okay, in your opinion, what is the most important feature that has the XTAL that makes it better than the competition? So what's the thing that you're most proud of your headset?
Like the visual clarity, the combination between the displays and the lenses and the algorithms that we are working on right now. Because the idea is that closer we can get to like reality, that you are not able to tell what's real and what's not, the more use cases in enterprise environment and in businesses you can perform.
And when I tried it, I've seen that there are still some problems with the weight and the distortions. You are working on it for sure. And when do you think that these problems will be completely fixed?
The distortion is good that it's not a hardware issue, that it's a software and we are able to update it on the fly. So cool. Basically, whoever buys a headset right now and still see the distortion can expect that it will be fixed soon, because it's a software thing. Making the headset smaller and lighter is a long-term goal, because we all want to have like slick glasses that will provide incredible field of view and amazing resolution. But that needs time, because you need to evolve on the display level, you need to evolve on the chip level, on the GPU level, on everything.
Okay, that's true. I say also the other headset like the Pimax is really big, so I think it's a problem that you're all working on it to solve this problem.
Yeah.
I remember that you are the company making the Hero 5K, and I remember that one was really heavy instead. I remember Road to VR, Benjamin Land, I said, okay, the visual quality is great, but it's really heavy. And this one is really improved from what I've read. And I also remember that the Hero 5K was very, I don't know, game inspired because of this very fancy design. While the XTAL is not like that anymore. So I would like to know something about this journey from the first iteration to the second one, so from the Hero to the XTAL. Can you tell us something about this journey?
Yeah, like the Hero was more or less the prototype. The thing is that we wanted with the big eyes to grab the attention, which worked out. And a lot of like journalists always took a picture of the Hero and so on. But the XTAL was designed based on the priorities from people in business who work with it. So we know that we need to fix certain problems. We need to make a headset, as you said, smaller and lighter. And we managed that, even though there is still a way to go in the future. No questions about that. So the differentiation, main differences between those two are actually about the making it convenient for our customers.
What are the lessons that you've learned during this journey? Maybe something also that you have learned and you want to share with people in the VR community.
That one of the critical components from my point of view is really the combination lens, display and algorithms, because then you build the rest around it. These three are critical components. They are heart of the headset. And you need to spend a lot of time focused on each and every of those parts, on sourcing the displays and testing them, as I showed you today. That we sourced a lot of different displays, including very high resolution, including low resolution LCD, OLED, but then you have to remeasure. So you don't like overpromise and say it will be this resolution, but then you will find out that the quality is actually lower than you expect.
And now something that in community everyone is asking about you is, at a certain point there was this rumor, this report about you have contacted YouTubers that had the Pimax, so SweViver, MRTV and so on. And then some days ago I've read on Reddit that you wanted to create this commercial headset like a new Oculus, I should say, to simplify. While some days ago I read on Reddit that you said that it is not true because you can't compete with big companies with big cash like Facebook, HTC, etc. So in the end, what is the truth? Do you want to enter the market? Have you contacted these YouTubers? What can we say?
I contacted the YouTubers. That's true for sure. Also, what we are working on together is that I would like to learn their feedback, what community of gamers that they are in touch with and understand, really expect from the next generation of gaming VR headsets. And that's the first step. Also, truth is that we think that it will be but it will be very hard to compete with established brands in gaming industry, and therefore we believe that to make it feasible, we will need to find the right partner. But we think that we developed interesting technologies, interesting IP, and we would like to provide it to community. And for that you need to do it different way than selling the only high-end, high-resolution headset to enterprises.
So simplifying is like when you say, let me see if I understood this the right way. maybe you're not creating alone a headset to compete with the Oculus, but maybe you could make it with a partner that can help you at scaling it, using the technology that you learned with the XTAL.
Yes, and first, before we start basically anything, we need to understand what are the expectations.
Yeah, of the possible market.
Of the market and of the gamers.
And what about AR and MR? For instance, Varjo is making this MR addon. And personally, I'm also a fan of passthrough MR. I made some experiments with the Focus. I hope you have seen that on my blog. Otherwise, I'm joking. Because I think that the great thing about passthrough MR is that you can modify reality. So you can also make objects disappear, make this emission reality, and so on. Are you also thinking about that, experimenting about that?
Yeah, we even posted information that we are working on the module, MR module, basically front-facing cameras. Again, like each headset needs, I would say, a little bit different module because of different field of view, resolution, and so on. So we are building our own, and we have a prototype. Actually, but it's not like officially released. We are not showcasing it yet.
Damn. And so, what are the? How do you envision your future? The future of the headset and of your company. So what?
Like we would like to make the difference between, I would say, retail devices and high-end much more visible, creating a bigger gap with improving basically everything. We want to improve visual quality, we want to get rid of distortion, we want to make headset much smaller and make it suitable for more and more potential users, for like designers and construction guys and simulations and so on. So it will have a steady ground, I would say, and move the whole technology forward, because as I said before, like there was a hype of the VR, and a lot of us expected that it will be much more advanced at this point, but it takes time.
Yeah, I agree. And what about virtual reality in Czech Republic? Because everywhere when I go, I ask always how is VR in China, in Italy, in France, how is VR here in Czech Republic?
Like in Czech Republic, there is, I would say, history about VR, which is nice because like the most popular game currently, the Beat Saber, was developed partially in here. Then the most popular game on Oculus DK1, the Sightline the Chair, was also developed in Prague. And just a few blocks from here are sitting guys from Liv, who I really like and admire, who are doing the window into virtual reality. So it's being used mostly by YouTubers like you, so you can project what you are doing inside the VR. And
how is people regarding VR? So how is they know what VR is? What are the available headsets? Or how much is really the market here in Europe?
We are a small republic, so the market here is not that big. Our company is mostly exporting.
Okay.
Like we have here as client Skoda, part of Volkswagen, a car manufacturer, well established. And here are a few other companies which can use the technology from, again, transportation, energy field, as well as military.
And just to close the question, is there anything else that you want to say to my readers about what you want? You can also do self-promotion if you want.
That's nice.
Everything.
That's nice. I'm happy to host you here, to walk you through our development spaces, because I think it's important to understand the process behind, as well as the history of VR, to understand where we are now and what are the the possibilities where can we get in near time. And I would like to send greetings to all of your listeners, and I hope that you will experience XTAL on one of the following events around Europe.
What will be the next event?
The next event right now is actually in US. It's design and manufacturing in California, and in Europe. For sure, AWE, VR days in Amsterdam at the autumn, and some others that you can find out on our website.
Okay, thank you a lot, Marek, for your kindness, and good luck for the XTAL.
Thank you.